Every day is a blessing, even when it don't seem like it. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ra, like the sun god, shine like sunshine. And today, we're going to do a read for the sign Leo. Now, this read is a general read, so not all the messages are going to resonate. This reading is going to be for the first week of August. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. This reading will be for your Leo and the placements of your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. During my meditations, I ask Spirit to give me a song that I guess encapsulates your spirit and your energy, your mood for this first week of August, so I can better connect with your spirit and your energy for the reading. And the song that Spirit gave me was Falling Away From Me by Korn. Without further ado, we're going to go and get into it. Let's see what we got for Leo. Spirit, what do we have for Leo the first week of August? What do we have for Leo the first week of August? If you guys haven't done so already, please hit the like button for me. All right. We have the Four of Wands. I love the Four of Wands. We got the Six of Swords. Not bad. Not bad out the gate. We have the Ace of Cups. All right. All right. Huh. The Five of Swords. The Three of Swords. The Page of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands. The Moon card. And last but not least, the Knight of Swords. All right, Leo. We do have a bit of your energy here in this reading. In the first position, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. Let me let you see that. The Four of Wands right there. The Four of Wands is normally considered a card of, it represents stable relationships, stable foundations. Some people interpret the Four of Wands as a card of marriage. You could be desiring a partnership with someone right now. Perhaps you're looking for something stable relationship-wise with someone right now, Leo. Before I go any further, let me say happy birthday to the Leos out there. It is Leo season, so happy birthday to y'all. The next card you have is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a card of letting go of mental blocks and emotions, thoughts. The Six of Cards the Six of Swords energy is an energy that is dealing with recent altercation, recent conflict. The Six of Swords is an energy of, I wouldn't necessarily say regret, but maybe a little bit of remorse. Again, here in the Six of Swords, we have them moving on from troubled waters on to more calmer waters. Um, the, the ripples in the water signifying the recent challenge, the recent turmoil. Um, but the good thing is, like I said, you're moving away from that turbulent, conflictive energy with some clarity, but also with a little bit of sorrow, unfortunately. Hmm. I mean, I do like the fact that you are moving on from whatever this conflict was. Um, Spirit is telling me to tell you to hold your head high. I don't know what this conflict was, or if it was avoidable, but Spirit is telling me to tell you to let go of what you can control, and control what you can. You can't control other people. You can only control your reaction. You can only control yourself. The next card we have is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a financial gift, or not a financial gift, an emotional gift. I like to translate the Ace of Cups as a card of birth. So some of you could, Spirit just said, some of you could be late. Some of you could be late. Um, some of you could be late. But again, the Ace of Cups is a blessing. All aces in the minor arcana I interpret as blessings. They're seeds. So perhaps you could have a new seed on the way, and that's always a beautiful thing. Um, Here in the next row we have the Five of Swords. I was just talking about the Five of Swords with the Six of Swords. The Five of Swords, again, is a card of conflict. Here we have a few figures in the card. I hope you guys can still see that. Here in the card we have a few figures. We have the first figure right here holding the three swords. The Three of Swords is a card of sorrow. It it represents sorrow and regret. Um, and then you have the other two swords land on the ground. And the two is, well, in numerology, the two is a number of choice and choosing and having options. So the Five of Swords is telling you right now that whatever this conflict was, you won, but to what end though? Spirit is saying you won, but to what end? Um, you may have won the argument, or you may have won the battle, but you lost the war. Because here with the Six of Swords, you're moving away with some sorrow. I feel like here in this situation, you may have said some things to some people that maybe you regret. Maybe you were a little harsh. Um, this is crazy. I mean, I can't make this up because the very next card we have is the Three of Swords. Heartbreak. You broke some hearts. You got the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords. Whatever you said, words cut deep, Leo. Words cut deep. And I feel like Leo isn't necessarily a sign that's like vindictive. Leo is a sign of, Leo is a caring sign. Leo is a loving sign. Nonetheless, Leo rules the heart. So I believe that Leo's the type that wears their heart on their sleeve. Leo's the type that will give everything. Leo will give everything. and then some. Leo is, and this is my interpretation. Leo is an energy. Leo is the type of person to give all to others and none to themselves. Leo is the give their shirt off their back type of people. That's why I love Leo. There's a lot of dope Leos in my life that I have love for. Um, but what I do know about Leos, and especially from the stories I've heard of the ones that I have in my life that I love, you guys are leaned on heavily. You guys are leaned on heavily, and maybe that has something to do with the song that I had for you guys during my meditations, the falling away from me. In the song, I remember them repeating, beating me down, down into the ground. I feel like Spirit is saying you're feeling beat down right now, Leo. I feel like you're giving here. I can't make this up. You're giving your all. You're giving everything. You're giving your all. You're giving your body. The Pentacles, the Pentacles is a suit that represents Earth, and Earth represents the body, the material, anything of the material world, your possessions, and most of all, your time. I was going to say your money. Most commonly, everyone refers to the Pentacles as the money suit, and in this case, what's the most valuable thing that we have? What's the one thing that we can't get back in this world? Our time. And I feel like you're giving your most valuable asset to everyone but yourself. That's what I see in this reading. You're giving everything. You're giving your body, you're giving your spirit, you're giving everything to everyone but yourself. Because you are a sign that holds your heart on your sleeve. Because Leo rules the heart. And you're either breaking hearts or you're getting your heart broken. I'll be honest with you. If I had to put my money on one, I would put my money on you're getting your heart broken, Leo. Because I think the spirit of Leo is, I think Leo has a spirit that isn't necessarily a heartbreaking spirit. So, yeah, that could absolutely, you're giving everything to everybody but yourself, Leo. And Spirit is telling me to tell you to take some time to focus on yourself. Spirit is saying treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. Leo, listen to me. To what end? I feel like you're at a breaking point. I feel like you're at a breaking point right now. Spirit is telling me you're raging. You're feeling overwhelmed. You might got too much on your plate right now. Let's look at this last row. I'm going to draw a final card from the Guardian of the Night Tarot to see if Spirit has any final messages or guidance for you. And then we're going to get out of here. But this last row, we have the Seven of Wands, the Moon card, and the Knight of Swords. So The Seven of Wands is a card that that signifies hard work, um, being diligent, standing your ground. Spirit is telling me that you need to stand your ground right now, and whatever this situation is, you giving more of yourself to other people and other things rather than yourself. You need to stand your ground right now. You need to speak up here with the Knight of Swords and let them know. To what end? At what point do I get any time for myself? At what point do I get a chance to focus on myself? I'm saving everyone, but no one's saving me. Hmm. Hmm. But you know what, though? Spirit is telling me that Spirit is telling me to tell you, don't focus on the path or on the past. So perhaps here with the Six of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, we got a whole lot of swords. Leo, you gotta, and I feel like that's another reason why Spirit said to me that you're raging. You're raging. You're mentally, you're overloaded. You're overwhelmed. I feel like it's coming at you from all angles. Like everyone's asking for something. I feel like you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna be here when it? You can't be everywhere for everyone. You can't. Um, I mean, you try, but it's not sustainable. Like I said, to what end, Leo? To what end? Here you got the Moon card. Spirit is telling me you need to put all this shit to bed. And maybe that's a cue for us too to go on and wrap this up. You need to put all this shit to bed, Leo. Falling away from me. Perhaps you feel like you're losing control, Leo. You didn't get any cards that would signify anything of that nature, but I would tell you to. I don't know why Spirit is telling me to tell you to just stand your ground, stand up for yourself, speak up for once. To make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs. Where we at? Where we at? Guardian of the Night Tarot. Any final messages from Spirit for Leo? I hope whatever this energy that whatever this period in time that you're going through, Leo, as far as feeling overwhelmed and you giving all of you to everybody but yourself, I hope this comes to an end for you very soon. If you're the one I'm talking about in this reading, or if any of this is hitting home for you, please let me know down in the comment section below, because I feel like this reading is on point. This reading is on point. maybe in future videos I'll do clarifying cards, but I feel like this one is kind of tight. All right, Spirit. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Any final messages for Leo? Leo. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. Here we go. The Seven of Cups, a card of confusion. Yeah, Leo. Yep. The Seven of Cups, a card of confusion. Overwhelmed with choices, too many choices. Spirit is telling me to tell you to, that's pretty cut and dry, but it's kind of vague. Make the right choice. Don't make the wrong choice. Pick your poison. Spirit is saying, pick your poison. Yikes. All right, Leo, I appreciate y'all for stopping and getting this work. Hope to catch you in the next one. Again, if you didn't hit the like button on the way in, please do that for me now. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.